Hi, I'm Phil Dispenza, and this is Collecting, Investing, or Somewhere in Between. We're continuing with the Silver Age of comic books, and we're on superheroes. I'm doing something a little different. Superheroes themselves are going to take quite a bit of time to cover. So what I decided to do is I'm splitting it up even further. I'm separating DC by themselves. I'm going to be doing Marvel. Today's DC. I'll be doing Marvel next time. And then I'll have to see. It might be just a short little part of everything else or anyone else, superheroes, other than Marvel and DC. I'm going to have to investigate to see how much stuff there is out there. So that part 3 of the superheroes might actually be really short. I'm also doing something a little different because there are so many books that you can, 1, collect, or 2, invest in with superheroes just in DC itself, that what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the most popular characters, or even maybe a few obscure characters, just throw in there. But I'm going to show you examples. I don't have every character. For some reason, I should have had at least an example of at least each character, but for some reason, I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a comic book, and then with that character, it's not probably going to be a key at all. And then I'm going to explain which keys that you should collect for that character or invest in that. The keys are something that's going to be probably investing. And again, investing, you're probably going to want high grade. My suggestion is any characters, series, number ones. It's not necessarily their first appearance, but first issues are always big. Like I've mentioned in the past, last issues possibly. It depends on print runs. But Silver Age, I don't think there's any last issues that are really any value just based on print run, because during the 60s and stuff, they really pumped up the quantity of printing with the popularity. So let's start. DC Heroes. Actually, I didn't drink some water. If you notice, this is actually a day late. I was sick. I literally couldn't get out of bed yesterday. But so I had to skip yesterday, and I'm recording it. I had to take off today because I wasn't feeling well. It's actually later, almost noon. But DC, okay. Silver Age, like I mentioned last issue. Last episode, the Golden Age started. Silver Age started in 1956 with Showcase 4. So your most popular and first appearances of Silver Age characters, you're probably going to find in either Showcase Comics or Brave and the Bold. So if you're interested in looking up first appearances, I'm going to point out, like I said, I have like 2 full cards worth of information here. So, just look under there and you'll find a decent amount of information. So here's one I had. I just pulled it out. I think it's cool. There's not too many books on these characters. I know there was a modern, I think 1980s series called Angel and the Ape. And like I said, obscure. It's pretty cool, but it's probably easy to collect. First appearance of those characters was in Showcase number 77. I don't have Aquaman. I'm going to keep showing this Secret Origins. I have this vintage Secret Origins book, and it covers like a lot of the characters. So there's Aquaman there, and on the end, Aquaman, first Silver Age appearance. Let's see if I can read this from here. What did I write? I don't even know what I wrote. I wrote Adventure 260. Adventure Comics number 260. I don't know what I wrote after it. Sometimes I can't read my own writing. But also Showcase 30 to 33. Those are your key first Aquamans for the Silver Age. And then I put down characters that relate to the character I'm covering. So people who would relate to Aquaman. First appearances, I wrote down Aquagirl, which is Adventure Comics 266. I have Aqualad, the introduction, Adventure Comics 269. Mirror, Aquaman, number 11. If you've seen the movie, you'll know some of these characters. Ocean Master is Aquaman number 29. And Black Manta, Aquaman number 35. Okay, so that's Aquaman. If you remember, if you've seen my Deals and Steals episode 1, I show this book, The Atom. I had picked up some Silver Age Atoms on at a flea market last week, and I showed it my Deals and Steals. The Atom himself, he actually crossed over with Hawkman. They actually became Atom and Hawkman later on. But the Atom himself, Showcase Comics number 34, first appearance. And then one key character, First Kronos, which just happens to be the number 3. So there I do have a one key. So the Atom. I might be drinking a lot during this. I haven't eaten in 2 days. So Batman, you gotta move on. Probably besides Superman, the most popular character. I just pulled out one Batman I found. Batman's the one comic book that I have a good run of stuff. I probably have majority of the Silver Age keys. Also, I'm showing Detective because I'm going to include that. So there's a lot of characters related to Batman and other things. But, you know, I don't know if I got into the things like Batmobiles or Batwings and things. You know, his stuff is not non-people or non-characters. So you got superheroes and villains. I'm going to have to pull this card closer. I can't see with this distance. Let's see. Batgirl. There was a tryout Batgirl issue. It was Batman number 139. It's not Barbara Gordon, so we throw in Barbara Gordon. And Barbara Gordon is really, really popular. And that's, of course, the Batgirl that everybody knew afterwards through 70s, 80s, 90s and stuff. Detective Comics number 369. Very, very popular. I see that book all the time. So throwing in the Bat Hound, of course, Batman's dog, was Batman number 92. Batwoman, separate from Batgirl. Detective Comics number 233. Catwoman. First appearance actually is not in Batman. It's in Superman's girl, Lois Lane, number 70. So her first Silver Age appearance, even though I categorized her as a Batman villain since, you know, she's from Batman anyway. But if you want her first appearance, it's not a Batman title. First Silver Age Penguin, Batman number 155. Mr. Freeze, called Mr. Zero, was Batman number 121. The Riddler, first Silver Age Riddler, Batman number 171. Poison Ivy. This is a very, very important book. Batman number 181. This issue, for investment purposes, and you know, I always say for investment, I would suggest if you're going to go investment, go high grade on any or every book I mention. Low grade still is going to make you money, but there's a lot of investment potential, especially with this book. The one thing you do have to note, though, is there's a centerfold poster, and the poster itself has a tendency of being missing. I had 2 copies, even my own copy. I'm missing the centerfold. I guess I never checked it. I bought it, just threw it in there. But I did have an extra copy, and even the copy without the centerfold, I remember a few years ago, I actually got over $50 for it. That's how popular this book is. There's one thing of note, and nobody really seems to distinguish it. It's been discussed. If you go online, you could find a discussion, is that page 7 of this book has a scooter ad one of those teenage types of Archie kids or something is DC, called Scooter. And page 7, there's an ad. Most of the time, the ad is in color, but there are copies out there where the ad is black and white. And right now, there's no distinguished price differences. But I can tell you right now, from the amount of copies that I've seen, the black and white Scooter ad may be like 10% of what I'm finding out there. So is there a possible investment there? It is. If you can find a black and white ad, high grade, and people start distinguishing the difference, then maybe there's going to be a big price difference. But for now, there isn't. But just keep that in mind. I just let out a secret that possibly could be worth some money. Next character, Batman-related, Scarecrow. Very popular character. He's cool. Batman number 189. I threw in the Batmite. In fact, I think, yeah, I'll bring my copy here. Here's Batmite again. What number is this? 161. First appearance of Batmite is Detective 267. I put one more, Clayface, Detective 298. I don't think they distinguish Joker at all. There's other characters, of course, but like I said, I just put a decent amount of Batman characters. Joker, I don't know if they put down exactly what was his first Silver Age appearance, but there are a lot. And when I got into Batman and started collecting Batman, which I mentioned a long time ago in one of my videos, who knows which one, I mentioned how I didn't like Batman because of the campy TV show from the 60s. But then when The Killing Joke came out, I loved the Joker. So I started buying Joker. And I remember buying a lot of the Batmans in the 180s have Joker appearances. So Joker, of course, Joker covers are always popular and are always worth more than the books around them. Okay, the Creeper, which I'll show you a copy of the Creeper. I actually had this at one point. I wound up selling my Creeper. There we go with the tilting. Anyway, there's the Creeper. Creeper's first appearance was Showcase number 73. The Doom Patrol. And I just stuck with the Doom Patrol. If they had any other characters that had first appearances afterward, I just stuck with their first appearance, My Greatest Adventure number 80. I found some Golden Age My Greatest Adventures in my box. I think they were Golden Age, unless they were late Silver. I skipped one. Challengers of the Unknown. Not as popular, but actually they had quite a few series over the years. I remember the 80s they had a run. I put down their first 2 appearances, Showcase 6 and 7. So you probably want to grab both of those because they're right next to each other. The Flash. Flash has a decent amount of characters, villains and heroes and stuff, and important books in their thing. Again, here's my secret origins. I don't have a Flash for some reason. Flash is on the list there. I think he's right by my pinky here. So the Flash, as mentioned at the beginning and even the other thing, Showcase 4, first appearance of Flash. Second appearance, Showcase 8, features Captain Cold. So another important book if you're going to grab it. The first Flash comic for Silver Age is actually issue number 105. It covers the origin and has the first appearance of a Mirror Master. So you want to grab that. Another good investment. 106 has the origin of Gorilla Grodd and Pied Piper. I don't know if that's the first appearance of Gorilla Grodd, but it was a 3-issue story line. So you might want to just collect the whole 3 issues, 106 through 108. Kid Flash, his intro, what did I write here? Intro and origin is Flash 110. My cards, like I said, is a little dark here too, but you can never see at distances. The Elongated Man is issue number 112. So Flash had a lot of issues, like a lot of characters in the Flash itself. Trickster, the Flash 113, Captain Boomerang, Flash 117, Flash 123 is the reintroduction to the Golden Age Flash. This is actually a pretty big key, and it's quite valuable. If you look at the prices around those issues, can't even like come close to the value of this one. That's why I put it down. First appearance of Professor Zoom, Flash 139, and then Flash 175 is the second Superman Flash race. So, there's a decent amount of Flash books that you want to collect as investment. And again, if you're going to collect the characters, it's tough to collect DC as a whole unless you have a ton of money, because DC's been around for a long time. I mean, trying to collect one character might, set you back, your house or something. But trying to collect the entire run, at least at this point, if you haven't been collecting for years, I'd suggest probably just stick to either investing in keys or collecting just one character and trying to do your best. Green Arrow. I do not have a Green Arrow. And Green Arrow, I don't think, he didn't have his own title. But I actually do not have Green Lantern. So Green Arrow's there in the middle. Green Lantern's near Wonder Woman. So we'll discuss Green Arrow, first Silver Age appearance, Adventure 229. The other one, and this is tough because I've been trying to research this, the Black Canary. I got two hits on first appearances. There's been a lot of things where people are writing, I think it was Brave and the Bold or something, and I don't think they're the first appearances. What I saw was Flash number 129 and JLA number 21, and I think it ties into a storyline with the JSA. So you try to investigate yourself if you're interested in the first appearance of Black Canary. But those are the two books that I came up with. So that's up to you. Okay, Green Lantern, since I just showed you him. Of course, Showcase number 22. I think the second one was 24. I didn't put it down. But Showcase 22, Hal Jordan. More important characters. There aren't too many I put. Sinestro, Green Lantern 7. Star Sapphire, Green Lantern 16, and then Dr. Polaris, Green Lantern 21. Other Green Lanterns that you'll see coming into more of the Bronze Age, which I'll cover then, intro, and then the Modern Age, or Copper Age and stuff. Hawkman's another one I do not have for some reason. Hawkman's not on this book. But Hawkman... with Hawkgirl, first appearance in the Silver Age, Brave and the Bold 34. The only real key in this book is shot through the roof. Excuse me. Yeah. is Zatanna. First appearance is Hawkman 4. The thing you have to watch with this is that the staples have a tendency of popping. So if you need to press this book, just be aware that you might ruin it. I don't know if it's the paper or the staple or whatever, but they have a tendency of popping. So if you have something that's already a 9.4 and you want to try to press it to get a 9.6 or something, I wouldn't suggest it. If it's an 8, you're going to take your chances. Make sure it's a pressable book. Don't just try to get like a one little thing. If you have a 7.0 and it's mostly bends, and you think you can get a 9.4 out of it, that's probably worth it. Because a pop staple at a 7.0 is a 7.0 anyway. If it's really really nice anyway. So Justice League of America. Literally, that's what this whole top row of characters are. All the popular ones is Brave and the Bold number 28. So. Justice League, you always saw it. JLA. It's been around since then. They just keep coming out with one series after another. There's a lot to collect just with the JLA. Justice Society of America, JSA. Like I mentioned before, just now, JLA 21 with the Black Canary. I mentioned it, and that also featured the first Silver Age appearance of Hourman and Dr. Fate. So you're bringing back a couple of these characters. I wrote Starman as JLA 29. Can't read. Sandman, and I love Wesley Dodds. JLA 46. So your Golden Age Sandman, JLA 46. Moving on, Legion of Superheroes. There's this I'm going to have to pull close because I started filling in all these little things. You're going to see a lot of the Legion characters. Of course, it's Adventure 247. But there were some afterwards, and I probably missed some. I probably didn't list all of them. It's going to probably go with the Teen Titans, too. There's going to be characters probably I didn't list. So, you do your homework, like I always tell you. Action 267. First Chameleon Boy, first Colossal Boy, first Invisible Kid. That's the only one I actually put down because they added some more characters. So Legion's got a lot of characters. Of course, Superboy's with the Legion. There's a lot to collect. Superboy's title, which I'll get to show you a little later, also covered. It becomes Superboy and Legion of Superheroes. So this is in the 70s. So there's a lot. There we go again. To collect. One of my favorite characters, and I didn't pull this out. I didn't want to dig through my collection. Any books I'm showing you, it was just extra stuff. I decided not to go through this mess behind me over here to start getting boxes. But I do have this book. Phantom Stranger is one of my characters that I like in the DC. And showcase number 80. So, moving on. I think I didn't skip anything, did I? No, I think I did all that on one first card. Here's another one, which I actually have a coverless copy of the first appearance. Spectre, and I didn't mention him with JSA because I figured give Spectre by himself. Is Showcase 60. Spectre books are actually very, very popular. Silver Age Spectre value has been jumping up. So probably one of the biggies. I don't know. Silver Age, I'd go more with Batman on popular investment books versus Superman, Superboy. I'm just going to show you some books I have, and then we'll mention Superboy. I went through. I went through a lot of books, a lot of titles, because there are a lot of different titles for Superman. So I had Superboy, and of course there's a Superman issue. I don't know why it's always tilted. Can never get things straight. Then we also have Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, of course. And then you have, I show you this. This is Adventure Comics. This is the first all Supergirl book, which is actually an important one. This is from June of '69. Even though it has a 15-cent cover price, that's still Silver Age. And that's actually a K. You know what? I don't know if I wrote it. I didn't put that down. I probably should have, but I did now. Here's another Jimmy Olsen I had thrown in there. I don't know why. This is when he's Elastic Lad. And I don't think this is the first Elastic Lad issue. I didn't write it. And of course, I have this 80-page giant of Lois Lane. Let's bring it a little lower. And then I have another Lois Lane separate. This is, what issue is this on? This is 46. I just pulled random issues. I have a lot of, I don't have the keys, but I have a lot of Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lanes. So Superman, and there's no point in saying first Superman appearance in the Silver Age, but key books, Metallo. I think there was 2 Metallos, and I can't remember if I wrote both of them. Superboy 49. That's what I have written here. I thought there was a different Metallo. Anyway, I might not have written it. So let's just go through the list. Action Comics 252 is the first Supergirl. I thought I had written a Supergirl tryout too. Bizarro is Superboy number 68. Because that book is very popular. I see that a lot too, being submitted. very, very popular. It's the cover. I believe this is the cover. So my brain's not working, but when he's like, "Oh, why do people hate me? I do the same thing as you, Superboy." Anyway, Brainiac. That's another biggie. Is Action 242. Crypto, I'm throwing in there. He came out in 55, technically golden age, but Crypto is probably, the most popular animal ever spotlighted as a sidekick or whatever for a superhero. Adventure Comics 210. This one's big, and I think is going to keep going up. The Phantom Zone, General Zod, Adventure 283. Oh, here we go. Pre-Supergirl. This is what I wrote pre-Supergirl. This, I think, was the tryout, Superman 123. And I don't remember if that's the one where she's trying to stop the train and she says, "Oh, I'm as good as you," or "I'm Supergirl," or something. And one other book that I put for Superman, 199, is the first Flash and Superman race. Those are always popular. I'm going to show you, let's see, Showcase 59. I don't know if this is the second or third appearance of Teen Titans. So we're going into the Teen Titans. I also have a Teen Titans. I picked up a collection that had a lot of early Teen Titans a couple of years ago, and that's one of them. And the Showcase was one of them. But so Teen Titans, I didn't put anything short of Brave and the Bold number 54, is where their first group appearance. I think that's the one with the fire on the cover. Robin's on the cover. Wonder Woman. I was afraid I wasn't going to find a Silver Age Wonder Woman to show you. Like I said, just a generic title. I mean, a generic issue from the Silver Age of Wonder Woman. Her first Silver Age appearance, Wonder Woman 98. And I only put down a couple of books that were of interest, because there weren't too many different books with Wonder Woman. Origin, Wonder Woman 105, and the first appearance of Cheetah, Silver Age, is Wonder Woman 160. I'm showing a couple of World's Finest. This will be the last issues that I actually have to show. Superman and Batman teaming up, and again, there's the first issue of Lex Luthor and Joker and stuff. I didn't mention any of that. I don't know if it's really that much of a key, and that's why I didn't put them down. But what I did do is I made a list of other maybe less popular or less known characters or groups that you might consider. And again, you have to take into consideration one thing is that people have a tendency of, it's just sitting there, something just sitting there. And then all of a sudden they come out with the TV show, they come out with the movie. And that one book that hasn't been worth anything shoots through the roof. So, do you want to take your chances and invest in something? And again, nowadays it is. But, some of these books are 60, 70 years old now, or almost 70 years old. So here's the list of books that, are keys and I might recommend to invest in. The Suicide Squad. Now, the thing is, this Suicide Squad has nothing to do with Harley Quinn and her little group, okay? So just note that. But this actually is pretty valuable for a book that has nothing to do with Harley Quinn. And of course, other stuff jumped through the roof that had Suicide Squad, even the 87 one, when the Suicide Squad movie came out. People, I don't know, they just taking their chances. They don't know any better. So Suicide Squad, Brave and the Bold, number 25. And again, mentioning Brave and the Bold showcases. Those are probably the two big ones. Metamorpho, Brave and the Bold, 57. The Huntress, Brave and the Bold, 52. Oh, 62 rather. Like I said, I can't read right. Brave and the Bold, 62 for the Huntress. Animal Man, Strange Adventures, number 180. And, is Animal Man? I guess Animal Man could be a superhero. Dead Man is another one there's like the Phantom Stranger, I consider them superheroes. So Dead Man, Strange Adventures, 205. I did have that book at one point. I think I sold it a while ago. The Sea Devils. is showcase number 27. I had a 28 early on. I'm talking about maybe I don't know, late 80s. I picked it up one time in collection. I didn't even know what I was buying because, in the 80s that I mentioned, I just collected stuff, newer stuff, and started working on maybe Spider-Man or something. But, as a teenager, I didn't have much money. So to come across that book I sold a while ago. Metal Men, that's another one, Showcase 37. And Hawk and Dove, which I don't know how popular they are, but first appearance of Hawk and Dove is Showcase 75. And the one character which I believe people like to collect, Solomon Grundy. So first Silver Age appearance of Solomon Grundy is Showcase 55. So that's my DC. And next time I'm going to show Marvel, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to have as many samples as possible. There's no point in showing you every key. I probably don't have every key. So I'm just going to pull out some samples, and just like I did with DC, and then go over what I consider the investment keys. So like, share, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends. That's what I always say. And we'll see you next time.